Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mystic Tea Salon. No, it's not Mystic Tea Salon. It is Monday morning meditation. Ah, welcome to meditation this morning, everybody. I have a little bit of a quote for you, of course, this morning. And today it is from Walter Hilton. Just going to make this a little bit bigger so that I can see it, so I can read it to you accurately. There it is. Prayer is not but a rising desire of the heart into God by withdrawing of the heart from all earthly thoughts. I'll repeat that. Prayer is not but a rising desire of the heart into God by withdrawing of the heart from all earthly thoughts. That's by Walter Hilton, 14th century. So prayer is nothing but the desire of the heart, your heart, for God, for the source of all being, by withdrawing the heart. And I think really what he means is the mind from all earthly thoughts. It is exactly what we do in centering prayer. It is the training that we give our brain to stop our thoughts by using thought in order to allow space inside ourselves for the source of all being to enter into us. Prayer is nothing but a rising desire of the heart into source by withdrawing your mind from all thoughts. He was saying this in the 14th century. Walter Hilton, a mystic. Walter Hilton was an English mystic. He was born like in 1340, 1345, and it seems that he studied and taught at Cambridge University, after which he became an Anglican priest in a small village in England. He wrote extensively during that time. So welcome. And the thing that we're doing here is the thing that has been done for centuries around the world. Learning to control our thoughts, to stop our thoughts, to allow the divine space inside us. It's super simple. It's always the same. And if you're just joining us this morning for the first time, I'm going to say hi to folks first. Hey, Russell. Hi, Wendy, Margie, Catherine. Welcome, y'all. Hi, Margie. Rick in Laos, would you be interested in increasing the 3 ohms to 10 ohms? You're talking about, oh, you're talking about the ohming. If people want to do more ohms, say so in the chat right now, and we'll do more ohms. We can begin adding more ohms if that is super helpful to people. So the practice of breath control, which is part of what oming is, it is pranayama. We control our breath. We breathe it into our bellies, inflate our lungs, and we control the outflow of the air. We control the outflow of the air, and we chant oh chest oh as we do that, and we drive it out, and we take a pause, and then we breathe in again, we take a pause, and then we chant out again. And if you want to do this more, how about if we start with doing 5 today and see how that goes. And the only reason why I say that, Rick, is because I'm not sure everybody wants to do that, but I like your idea. I'll add 2 today. We'll do 5 for starters. And if people like it, we'll keep adding more. After we practice the chanting, 5 is good. Thanks, Kristen. Hey, Kendall. Hi, Rob. After we chant these 5 ohms, we go into centering prayer or contemplative meditation. And that is a chant, a sacred word, a sentence, or a word. And we breathe in that word into our belly. And we focus our breath on that word, on our breath, and we breathe that back out again. And I like to run down my spine, adding a little bit of Kriya Yoga with this. I run from my brow chakra down, through my pineal gland, down each one of my chakras, down my back to my root. I pause at the bottom. I come back up again, the same root. And whenever your mind wanders, just return to your prayer chant. I use the Jesus prayer. You can use whatever chant you want, whatever one that you've developed, or if you're seeking a chant, you could use God is love, or you could use Allah, or whatever you wish to use. I use the Jesus prayer. How's that sound? I like three, says Catherine. Peter, can you speak to meditation as helping us to see and then live out our depths? Sure. So what meditation does, and you like three. So Catherine, I've already said I do five this morning. Uh, we'll stick with that if that's okay. Um, we'll kind of compromise here. I was thinking it could be more than 3.5 would be good. Okay, Rick. Um, so Karen, can you speak to meditation as helping us see and then to live out our depths? So the thing, one of the things, meditation does lots of things. It has so many benefits. Some of them are biological. They rewire your brain and they give you a sense of mindfulness. But it also eliminates the false self or the egoic mind. It depends on how you want to name that thing. That thing that appears to be you. It's how you live your life. It's how I live my life in my Peterness, I call it. But it's not me. And by clearing away the false self, it gives me eyes to see inside myself the divine light. Because the only thing standing between me and the source of all being is me. I'm the one in the way. And this is true for everybody. So the practice of meditation eliminates the false self, which gives you the capacity to see more clearly the divine self inside you in that small, still place of stillness, which then gives you eyes to see out into the world. And so the deeper you go into the interior world, Meister Eckhart also I think he's 14th century, the eye wherein I see God, God sees me. When you look inside yourself with a single eye and you see the divine self or the beginning of the divine self inside yourself, that gives you the strength and the power and the capacity to see the world through that same lens. And when you see that lens inside yourself, when you polish that lens and clean your lens up and make it sharper and clearer on the inside, that gives the capacity to see the same light on the outside. So by going interiorly, we're able to see exteriorly. And these work in tandem with each other. Um, the other aspect, this other part of Karen's question, to live out our depths, it gives us the capacity, it gives us so many different sorts of capacities. It gives us a sense of not detachment, but non-attachment to the world, because it attaches us more deeply to the eternal nature of your soul, yourself. You are an eternal being, and we are in our brains, captured in our brains with the false notion that we are temporal. And our bodies are temporal, our brains are temporal, but our soul, our consciousness, our self, our Atman is not. It is of eternal nature. And meditation, again, eliminates the false self, uh, erases the egoic mind, at least in the moments of meditation. It's also cumulative. Once you start this process and you stay with it for a lifetime, it gradually increases the clarity of your lens, which gives you the capacity to see out into the world, the light, as I just mentioned. But it also gives you the capacity because it empowers your body and your motion. It creates an aura around you, a radiance around you that bleeds into the world that you live in, and so synchronicities happen as the result. But it also gives a guide. It gives a guide to living by being, by the practice of being. It gives us a non-attachment to the world, which allows us to live out our lives not without action, not without forethought, not without planning, but it sort of adds the fairy dust from Peter Pan. It adds that little bit of fairy dust that allows us to fly. Remember when Peter comes to visit Wendy and Peter sprinkles a little bit of fairy dust and the children, the darling children can now fly. Meditation is like fairy dust in our lives. It sprinkles a little bit of that magic, that divine self, that radiance, which leads us in our lives. And it allows us to be where we are as best as we can, allows us to be in the present, but also it allows us to accept what's present and leads us into the next step as well. So I hope that was a clear explanation. I did the best I could off the cuff. Um, let's see. Too much marginess. Windy bird approves, of course. Thank you. Can hear this truth so clearly. Great. Thanks, Karen. All right, my friends. Let's do 5 ohms today. That's the compromise between 10 and 3. And then we're going to go into our meditative prayer, centering prayer, meditative contemplation, whatever you wish to call it. Thank you for the wish of the thumbs up there, Rob. All right, my friends. All right, I'm going to find my mask here. Oh, I got to make sure my phone is on airplane mode. Good thing, because it wasn't. Grab my clock here. Set my timer for 20 minutes. I'll turn the volume down. There we go. Just a little volume there. Put my mask on because, again, I like to as I say all the time, I like to reduce my sensory input. I don't want to hear things if I can help it. Don't want to see things. Don't want to see light because it just makes it more distracting. Thanks for the 8 likes. Hi, you to the 19 who are here today. Appreciate that you're here. It makes it great for me to spend some time on Monday and Wednesdays to meditate with you guys. I was going to be meditating anyway because that's my life. So here we go. 5 ohms first, into the belly, into the chest. Relax. Belly breathing. Centering prayer. Always return to your chant, to your sacred word. Time to open your eyes. Wandering mind is a natural process in meditation. Just call your mind back with your prayer, your sacred word, with your chant. I see Colin Lakoko wrote, what did I just walk into at 8:21? I'll leave you guys to it. Hey, Steve Titus on Cape Cod. Thank you, Kristen, for the super chat. I appreciate all the financial support you guys give, Not Church and Mystic Tea Salon, and this meditation in the morning. It's helpful. It keeps me sitting in this chair with you instead of doing something else to earn a living. I like being able to try to help people find the light within them and understand their mysticism and their spirituality. It's my calling. Thanks, Catherine. Have a great day too. Peace to you. Peace and love, my friends. Namaste. I'll see you soon. Tomorrow, we run a Tuesday Zoom group. It's at my website, peterpanagore.love. That's where the link is. It's another meditation group. It's much smaller, fewer people, more conversation. Sometimes we talk for an hour, minus the meditation time. So we'll see you on Wednesday, and thanks for coming here today. Peace and love, everybody. Oh, like the video, subscribe, share yesterday's Not Church if you're so inclined. Peace and love. Thanks for coming.